Thank you for watching our videos. Please add in our WhatsApp group by sending request to WhatsApp number or by clicking on WhatsApp group invitation link provided in description. This will help to share information on new ideas, research topics, vacancies, PhD or research positions, events and guest lecture opportunities including keynotes. And also please support us by subscribing our channel, like our videos and by sharing these videos to your friends. We can make videos on your required topic or research paper. Please comment your requirement in comment section. Dear scholars, welcome to Electrical Research channel. This is our second video. In this video, I will going to explain about applications of single phase rectifiers. See, already in first video I explained you about the different structures of rectifiers. So here I will explain you the applications of those rectifiers. So timingly I taken the controlled rectifier, fully controlled rectifier with RR load and with DC motor speed controller. So with this project you can make it very small project for your graduate or undergraduate programs. See, this is the basic circuit of single phase fully controlled rectifier. This opposite two thyristors will be switched on the same time and this opposite two thyristors will switch on at the same time after 180 degrees, as we are already discussed in video 1. And this is our R load or RL load. So here see, required voltage. I I know how much voltage I require, and this is the conversion factor, and this is the pulse generator. So the pulses, the pulses for these four switches are are generated based on my required voltage. This is for only with RR load, and this circuit is for with DC motor. DC motor is considered as a RLE load. E is the back EMF. So generally for the speed control of DC motors, uh, I know how much speed I require. So my reference is my motor, my target speed, and I will compare this target speed with the motor. And after that I will give the PI controllers. In other video I will explain how to tune the PI controller and what is the purpose of PI controller, but here I will simply explain the use of PI controller. So this PI controller can generate reference required voltage, and after that conversion factor can give the pulse generator, or else this everything, these two factors can directly generate the required firing angle to the pulse generator from PI. So during the MATLAB I will explain how to do these things in the MATLAB. See, this is my single phase fully controlled rectifier with RR load. So this is my firing angle here. See, this is the constant I taken and this is the angle, firing angle. So based on this angle I will generate the pulses, so that based on the pulses the rectifier can generate different level of voltages. Let's assume I am taking 30 degrees as my firing angle and my input voltage is 100. So basically 230 RMS, in Indian scenario we are taking 230 RMS. It is required the peak amplitude, so 230 into 1.414. This is my peak and 50 Hz. So, and this is my resistance and inductance. There is no freewheeling diode. Here I am not using any freewheeling diode. And let's start the run process. See, I am getting 176 volts. 176 volts because 30 degrees. So my output is coming after 30 degrees. After 30 degrees my output is coming, but due to RL load, negative peak is also coming. If only R load, this negative won't appear. But this is the voltage. Whatever I already explained you in my video 1. This is the voltage, not current. And this is the current. 0.04. This is the current. So you can get the more current compared to R load, because only positive only we can get it. See, if I will change it to 90 degrees or 60 degrees, see, it is 176 now, and after that it is 100. It is now it is coming 100 volts. So based on this angle, I can get different level of voltages. So whenever variable voltage is required, you can directly use this circuit. So again I will explain how to generate these pulses. Uh, and this is not closed loop. Whatever we discussed here, this is the closed loop. Here pulse generator is there, conversion factor is there, and required voltage is there. So I want required voltage to conversion factor to pulse generator. So required voltage to conversion factor I remove. I directly applied the firing angle over here, because these things can be explained in our I mean for next project, like with DC motor control, I will explain each and everything. So for timingly, here I am directly given to the firing angle. So first this alpha will come, and this is the basic sine wave, which should be exactly equal to the frequency of our source. So my source frequency is 50, so here I am taking as a 50, but this is the signal, this is not source exactly, this is the signal. And this alpha again I converted into angle 30 degrees to 360 degrees. I converted, because for complete 360 degrees I have to generate. And this is the heat crossing. I mean, in sine wave, positive half cycle is there, negative half cycle is there. So whenever it is crossing zero, it will detect. So this is like a zero crossing detector also. So this should be the frequency of our source. This is our source. This is the AC source. So it should be matched. Otherwise, the miss pulses will be generated. So this angle I am comparing with the ramp. Ramp is generated by this integrator of this heat generator, and pulse width. I want only 10 degrees of pulse width, because the thyristors require only pulse. It is not depends on the pulse width. So this is the pulse width. Pulse width also I converted into 360 degrees angles, and this is the relative comparator. So the ramp and this, whenever it is comparing, the pulses are generating. And for a closed loop, this is going for flip-flop. I think many people know this SR flip-flop, so I skipped this. And whenever these two are satisfied, whenever the alpha is crossing the ramp, and the flip-flop of this NOT gate of flip-flop of these things, then only my pulses have to be generated. And these are the two pulses. Basically two pulses are coming, and these two pulses, for I am giving to these four switches. For these two switches, same pulse I am giving to these two switches, and this another same pulse I am giving to these two switches. So pulses for these switches will be automatically generated after 180 degrees, because there is a heat crossing. So I can vary the output voltage by varying this angle, and if I will generate this angle from my required voltage, then I can get exactly the required voltage over here. And I will stop this one, and I will go into explain this DC motor. See, the same circuit I kept it here, and I taken the DC motor. This is the separate like that DC motor, and this is the 5 HP and 240 volts and 150 volts as a field. So 150 volts I am giving as a field. This is the constant. I am not changing this field. I am changing only armature voltage. So whenever we are going to change armature voltage, automatically speed will be changed. Here I kept it my torque as a constant, and see the same pulse circuit, and see everything is given as the same, and I am running this model. And whenever I am changing the whenever I am changing the my angle, see at 90 degrees what will happen. 90 degrees I am getting 198, 197 because of E. E is their back EMF. Whenever alpha will be 90, my output should be nearly 0 for RL load, because VDC is VAC cos alpha will come in. So cos alpha it should be 0 for RL load, but it is RLE load. The the difference you can see it here. See, if I will kept at 90 here, it will be nearly 0, maybe 3 volts or 10 volts like that. See, it is nearly 0. Nearly 0 is coming because I didn't take the sufficient inductor. If inductor is sufficient, then exactly it will coming to the 0. See, 90 degrees positive is there. After 90 till after 90 degrees means from 180 to 270, negative of cycle is there, negative cycle is there, but there is no sufficient inductor, so some small change is here. So due to that I am getting some 7 volts or maybe 4 volts or 5 volts, and I am taking the average. Mean is the average, DC will be the average, but here it is coming positive and negative. Don't think that this is the AC, because this is the only voltage, not current. So the average of positive and negative will be 0, because both will be the equal, both will be the same magnitude. So whenever my angle will be 90, my output will be 0, but here it is not. Here it is 180 or something because of RLE. The DC motor is RLE load. The DC motor, so RLE load is there, so E is presented. Voltage across RL is nearly 0 plus E. My output voltage is voltage across RL VRL plus back EMF E. So it is back EMF is coming. You can see here also. See, this is my back EMF. So back EMF is added to my voltage. Back EMF is added to my voltage. And this is also open circuit. This is also, I mean, open loop. See, if I will kept at 30, then voltage is something rising, and I can change my speed also. And see, this is my voltage waveform. So 30 degrees, and this is my speed. See, speed is also changing. It is nearly 1500 or 1600 for 30 degrees, and for 90 degrees, see the speed. For 90 degrees my speed is reducing. It is maybe nearly it is nearly maybe 1200 or 1300. It will take some time. So whenever your angle is increasing, my speed is reducing. Keep it in mind that this point, that when for more angle my speed will reduce, because my voltage is reducing, because it is related to cos theta. The theta is increasing, cos theta will reduce. So for 0 angle I can get maximum voltage, so I can get maximum speed. For 90 angle I can get some minimum voltage, and I can get some lower voltage, lower speed. So this is the motor, and this is the measurement. I am connected to this bus selector. In bus selector I can select the speed as a radius per second, but I want to see in RPM, revolutions per minute. So I converted this radius per seconds to revolutions per minute. I used 30 by pi. Generally 60 by 2 pi, so equal to 30 by pi. See, this is my speed, but it is not closure loop. So I can apply only angle. I cannot apply how much speed I require. See, if you are using this in electric vehicle, in electric electric bikes are coming, e-bikes are there. So if I will use this technology in electric vehicle, if I will use the battery as my source, or for DC motor, then some soppers and those things are required. If AC, let us assume, actually in electric bike vehicles they are not using any AC, but let us assume if AC is there and I required the different kind of speeds for the vehicle, so I will design the closed loop speed control of this DC motor. Generally for electric vehicles we are going for choppers and many other things, because boost converters are many other things, because there is only battery, there is no AC source. But let us assume for example. So I will design based on the circuit, see the motor speed and target speed. I will make it this such a small, and this is another side. See, see, I want some summation and motor speed and target speed. Target is my reference one. So I will go to library and I will bring some summation point, controller, and this is minus plus. So minus sign I am giving to my speed, and positive sign will be my reference. So I will bring one constant here. This is now my reference speed. I require 1000 RPM. So now this PI will convert this factor to alpha directly, or else you can use like this. It will generate some required voltage, and after that conversion factor is like cos alpha. So cos inverse is required. These things will be detailed explained in three phase converters, how we are using the cos inverse and everything. This is for simple purpose thing. See, I already told for more angle less speed will be there. For less angle more speed means reverse direction, inverse proportional. So let us assume I have only 500 RPM but I require 1000. So this is the positive 1000, positive 500 will come. Positive 500 will come. So if 500 will be the error, my output will be some positive value. If my error is more, the PI output will be more. I mean theta will be more. When my error will be more, if my speed is very less and my reference is very high, then only this positive and negative. So then only I can get more positive over here. If more positive, then more output will come after the PI. If more output, I mean higher value of alpha, it will give very less value of speed. So inversely proportional. But I want higher value of speed. So I will make one negative over here. See. So minus 1. I am multiplying with minus 1 because I required less number of, low value of alpha whenever my speed is very less. If speed is very less, I require low value of this alpha, or else you can make it reverse also here, but generally we are considering positive as a reference. So let us assume, so now I am running this. So before running, let's connect one scope over here. So let's start running. See, I told you that I required only 1000 RPM. So I required only 1000 RPM. So it should settle at 1000. If I required 500 RPM, it should settle at 500. If I required 1300, then it should be settled at 1300. So this will be my reference. And in electric vehicle or other motor control purpose, I will set my required speed. If in electric vehicle by accelerator I can give as a reference, because every time I cannot calculate how much data is required for how much voltage or how much speed. Like I want 1000 RPM, so how much alpha is required? I cannot directly calculate this and I cannot put the alpha over here. So this is the closed loop. So I will stop this one and I will check how much thing I see. It is exactly 1000. It is settling at 1000 value. You can see this is the 1000. It is settling at 1000 value. If I will make it like 750, so now I require 750 RPM. So the output should be at 750. This is because I am regulating the armature voltage. By using this controller, you can make small thesis or small project report on speed control of DC motor. It is called as a simple speed control of DC motor. I am not considering field controller, and I am not considering IA torque controller. I am only considering speed controller. So later on we will develop based on torque and many things. See, again I will stop it, and see, it is 750. See, the 750 is coming now. So let's see, in same scope I want sometime one speed and sometime one speed, like that I required. So I can go for sources, I can go for step change. So see, this is the step. So I removed this one, and step I will connect the step, and see, initially 1000 I require, or initially 750 I required. So sorry, step time is after 2 seconds or 1.5 seconds. I required initial value as a 750 and final value as a 1000. See, so my reference is initially 750, and after some time, after 1.5 seconds, my input or my reference will be 1000. So my speed should be reached 1000 after 1.5 seconds. Let's see the output. uh, this is my voltage. It will also depends on my required speed. So 1.5 na, so 3 seconds is sufficient, or 2 seconds also it will be sufficient. See, 1.5, automatically my speed I have to reach 1000 RPM. See, 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 up to 1.5 seconds, this is the 1.5 second, up to 1.5 second, up to 1.5 second, my speed is like 750. After 1.5 second, my speed is 1000. It is settling at 1000 RPM. See, this is the 1000. So initially 750 and after that 1000. It is taking some more time or some transient time and peak overshoot. This can be done by changing the KP and KI. See, I designed KP and KI for particular application, and the upper limit and lower limit are very important over here. The lower limit should be 0 and upper limit should be 180, because 180 degrees only we can operate this one. Till up to 180 degrees only we can operate this one. Even though I will give the negative voltage, I mean more than 90 degrees, I can get negative voltage over RL but not RLE. And the minimum should be 0. Minimum should be 0, and my reference speed should not be exceed 1750 RPM. My speed should not exceed 1750, and the rating of DC motor armature voltage is 240 volts. So for 240 volts I considered 320 peak amplitude, because once it is converting to DC, I can get only 240 or 250 volts for 0 degrees. So this is the simple speed control of DC motor with single phase rectifier. in closed loop. So open loop also we can make it, but open loop the problem is we cannot identify how much alpha is required to get the our reference speed. But for closed loop, I can give the reference as my uh, speed. In open loop also we can give the alpha from reference speed. Like I can take one reference speed, I can convert this reference speed to the factor, and after that I can give to the alpha. But the closed loop is more efficient than open loop.